So hello guys, and welcome again to Redona Designs. It's been a while since we last posted, and today I just like to share with you guys a project that I did a while back, and it involved a decorative piece of mahogany table. So this is a project that a client gave us, and the only constraint that they gave us was the dimensions, really. So the overall dimensions were not to exceed 800 millimeters. So I'll just take you guys through how I approached it, and just a brief overview. Probably we'll get into in depth in a later video on how we approach such projects. So I'll show you guys the approaches that I used, and probably just skim through the reason as to why I did what I did. Yeah. So let's head on over to Vectric Aspire right now. So it's the project, sorry, the software that I used to do this project. So I used three cutters, yes, in this project. In most projects, you'd like to minimize your number of cuts, because now that minimizes also the amount of changeovers that you're going to do, and therefore also improving the accuracy of the project, overall project, and also just simplify the project. So I use the 8mm straight bit, and a tapered ball nose for the finishing. So the 8mm straight bit was just for hogging out most of the material, and then a molding bit, and then I returned the 8mm bit. So I'll show you guys a video of how the whole project progressed on the machine side, but let me just show you probably the reasons as to why I chose these toolpaths in succession. Okay, so the first toolpath was this 8mm pocket. So this was just to sort of plane the material, give it one space, because it was sort of warped, and this was supposed to be the flat side of the table. And so yeah, so that's that. And then there was an inside profile. This was just to remove some material and provide for, they wanted to put a clear glass pane on top of the decorative elements over there. And then there were some inside cuts. So these are cuts to hog out most of the materials that are in between. As you can see, there's a lot of void spaces. So instead of machining through those spaces, just sort of just cut them out to lessen the machining time. And then we did the roughing toolpath. So that is where the project starts coming to life. And then we also did a clear roughing to remove most of the other material that this toolpath didn't get to. Then after that, we just remove this one so that it can be clear. I used tapered ball nose, so this is what actually did most of the clearing and giving it the smooth feel that we see at the end of the project. And then there's the molding toolpath. This is just to give it a good molding all around the outside, and then the outside cut to now remove the whole table, now decorative piece, from the stock material. So I'll show you guys how the thing progressed over here via the simulation. Let's look at it. This is the 8mm pocket, and then we're going to, let's just simulate it. So it gives us the flat plane, as you can see. I hope this is clear to most of you guys, to all of you guys rather. And then after that, we do the inside cut. Let's simulate it so that now just brings gives us the recess for putting in the clear glass. After that, we do the 8mm cuts, the ones that I told you about. So let's just clear them. Yeah, so then, so after this stage, just removed all these parts to pave way for the clearing of the of the material, because failure to do that, we have a very sensitive tool that is going to come after this. That's the ball nose, and it's going to, you really don't want to break that tool. So for that, you just remove all the obstacles that might get in the way of the machining. So after that, we go to the 3D clearing now. Just a minute. So that's the 3D clearing, and now it starts giving us the shape. So now that we've removed most of the materials using the 8mm, as you can see, all those operations were done using the 8mm tool. So after that, we went to the now tapered ball nose. Okay, so now the tapered ball nose is now what will give us the final now shape of how this thing will look like. So after that one, we go back to the molding tool. This one I just use a profile toolpath, but I changed the tool to a molding tool. So just a profile toolpath all around it, and then after that, now we go to the 8mm to cut it out. So at the end of the day, this is how our project should look like. And so that's that. So I'll give you guys a preview of how the project turned out, and it's just a small video to show you guys how everything that I've shown you here elapsed. So I hope you guys get entertained, and I hope I've helped some of you guys in one way or another. I think we'll get into more detail on how we'll approach machining such a thing in at a later stage. So until next time, cheers.